Hi.
Hello. I'm Pen.
I'm Nak.
Welcome to Penjai.
Yeah.
We are continuing our WandaVision reaction, and we are now on episode 3, now in colour. Over this past week, we've done a bit of research over our episode 2, just to see all the theories that came up, and pretty much everything everyone else was saying, because, again, we're not versed in the comics, so all our information was from everyone else. We could share those theories, but I feel like everyone already knows them.
Yeah, there's no point.
Yeah, it's like the interrogation, sword, aim, all that stuff.
Beekeeper Man.
Yeah.
The ad breaks that everyone knows about now.
Yeah, the ad breaks, yeah. That was really fun. I was not expecting Marvel to go that deep with it, but it really surprised me that they did, and I'm just like, I hope this bodes well for the future of the MCU, because it's really cool seeing stuff like this that I really deeply thought about.
Yeah. Yeah. So episode 3 is called Now in Color. And then moving into, I think it was the 70s era or something. I wonder if they acknowledge
Time passing?
Yeah, because they went from 50s, 60s, 70s.
I don't...
And I'm just like, you guys aged like 30 decades.
Yeah, but then they didn't age themselves. I don't think so.
It's just the thing that they do.
Yeah, I think they just different stylistic choices or whatever, but then not actually seeing them age in real life physically.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. We should just get on into it. There isn't really much to discuss, is there?
Nah, everyone already knows the theories. Not much else. We'll talk a lot about this at the end, though, I feel.
Yeah.
Let's go!
It's hard to explain.
Was that the sword thing on
the
on the
helicopter? Yes.
Nice. And that's the same. Yes, the sword.
No.
That might be aim, man. I don't know. Don't kiss people, guys. That's how you get pregnant. Do you know about the hexagon theory? Or like,
no.
It's just alluding to more beekeeper stuff, which is aim, I guess. Oh, look at all those hexagons. That's fair.
See, when a man and a woman...
Well, I have nerves of steel, so there goes your theory, Mr. Doctor.
Vision, why don't you see the doctor out?
I can't keep up.
Please don't misinterpret. I can't wait to meet you, little Billy.
Billy?
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking Tommy. Just a nice, classic, all-American name.
Tommy.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, and that was just a fake contraction. Who knows what will happen when the real thing starts?
Do you think that was Wonder, or do you think that was the babies?
Our neighbors.
Oh, it could have been Billy.
With all the close calls we've been having, it seems the people of Westview are always on the verge of discovering our secret.
Dinner. Outside with her. I think something's wrong here, Wanda. Yes, I know what you mean. The truth is, we are in uncharted waters. And you know what? I'm anxious too.
We just don't know what to expect.
No?
Oh, Wonder.
Human or synthezoid, a bit of both.
If he's anything like his mother, Billy will be perfect.
You mean Tommy?
Float away. When you want to get away, but you don't want to go anywhere.
Was going crazy working on a slogan for a new breakfast cereal. You know, the one with the little marshmallow flakes. What was that? Did you hear that? No. It was like a chattering sound, like
Like a... That's my new ice maker built right into the fridge.
oh, you're fancy. You're pregnant.
Bermuda awaits.
But Stan!
Good heavens! I don't think we'll get away after all. Small towns, you know. so hard to escape.
I'm a twin. I had a brother. His name was Pietro.
He was killed by Ultron, wasn't he?
What did you say?
She's new to town. Brand new.
Pietro? Hey, I'll take a shift rocking the babies.
No, I think you should leave.
Oh, Wanda, don't be like that.
What do you mean she has no home?
She came here because... She came here because we're all...
She came here because we're all what? What are you trying to tell me?
What is that?
What?
That.
Came here because we're all...
Stop it!
Who are you?
Wanda. Well, I better get going.
I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. Oh my gosh. I think that's it. That's it for this episode.
We finally we're back in the outside world,
Yes.
just the tiniest little bit towards the end.
Oh gosh, Geraldine / Monica got pushed out.
Yeah.
God, I wanted to go back so bad. I forgot these episodes were so short.
Yeah.
They spent most of the time within the pregnancy, and I was like, oh, I'm sure we'll get a bigger plot afterwards. But then I just forgot that this was just really short.
It definitely feels like they're plotting it to be like a movie, but then they split it up into chapters.
Yeah.
Because, like, each episode's individual plot isn't that big right now, so it just...
Yeah.
But I'm still excited for it. Like, I hope we get more of, the outside world.
Yeah.
With whatever's going on with, Monica. So do you think they put her in there and then Wanda pushed her out, so then they came because they knew where to find her?
Yeah, I think they're like, we need someone to go inside because we don't know what's going on. So, yeah, they sent her in because she's the shield agent, or sword agent, actually.
Yeah, sword.
Yeah, she's spacey. She's the Monica. Yeah, she's spacey. She's not a shield agent. She's a sword agent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they know exactly what she was doing in there. So when she got sent out, they're like, oh, just go collect her because they knew.
Yeah.
So Agnes is the one that told Herb to stop talking. So Agnes is, I feel like, part of this, or all the other people are like, it's so hard to escape, or like, oh, we're all, like Herb was just saying, oh, we're all, yeah, not actually saying we're all trapped, but I feel like it's something along those lines of that, but
Or like we're all made up or something
like
that.
he never said it, but
Yeah.
Agnes is the one that made him stop, so I feel like
She knows more than he does.
something about Agnes and Wanda, I feel like Agnes might be doing this, but Wanda also wants to stay here because Agnes is basically giving her everything she wants.
Yeah, the stuff, yeah. Like, when Vision came in and he was like, things are really sus right now. And he was like, I think something's wrong here. And it's just cut back.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Agnes is Agatha Harkness.
Yeah.
That's our theory, at least.
Yeah.
It's not only our theory. I feel like a lot of other people are
Yeah.
theorizing that too. I'm really excited to see if she does more.
I think people mentioned a demon called Mephisto. And that might be Ralph, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. What do we think is happening with the kids?
They're just growing at a very fast rate, I think due to magic, but maybe also due to Tommy.
Maybe.
And so I think they're just going to grow really fast. And then when they come out of this world, she won't have her kids. She won't have anyone, really.
Yeah.
Because they're all dead.
Yeah.
But she'll use magic to bring them back, or maybe strike a deal with Mephisto.
Oh, damn. And that's how she becomes the villain for the rest of the MCU.
I don't know if she's going to become a villain.
Yeah.
I think she just wants her family.
Yeah.
And they'll be there. But I don't know if that would mean her turning into a villain.
They talked about Pietro.
Yeah.
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 And then Monica was like, yeah, he got killed by Ultron.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And then she got sent out of Westview.
Do you think she'll try to find Pietro? Maybe we'll see Peter Maximoff. Either that. I know Peter Evans, I forgot his name. Evan Peters. Do you think he'll be Peter or do you think he'll be
Tommy?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's very interesting to see either way. Maybe it'll be both. Maybe she'll see Pietro, but well, like Peter Maximoff, and it wouldn't be her version of Pietro. But then she'll see him in Tommy. Maybe they brought Aaron Taylor Johnson back to play Pietro in this or something.
Maybe.
And then
if they did, they're keeping it very hush.
Yeah, very, very quiet
Haven't
because
heard anything about it.
Yeah, basically everything else about Marvel has been spoiled or leaked out at this point. So if Aaron Taylor Johnson came back to play Pietro and no one knew, that's very
well kept secret.
Yeah. It would be interesting if we saw him, but I don't know if we would have. I feel like we would have heard something by now if we did. Like, people have mentioned Pietro might be coming back before, but I think
They said that every single movie.
yeah, every single MCU movie, like Avengers film.
Yeah, like since Ultron, they've been saying it. And I'm just like, he's not coming back.
Yeah, he's dead. We gotta accept it.
Yeah, but he might come back here. Who knows?
Yeah, I feel like it would be some version of him, but he won't be back permanently. And if it's Aaron Taylor Johnson's version, it won't be permanent. But if it's Peter Maximoff version from the X-Men film, he'll be for a little bit, or maybe they'll just use him to play Tommy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know at this point. I think what I need to realize is how short these episodes really are and how much non-plot we're going to have to get through to get to where we want to be.
I think that we have 6 more episodes after this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The plot outside of this world is building, and I feel like we get a little bit of it at the end of every episode for like 5 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Maybe they get a little bit longer every single time.
I hope so. Apparently the plot twist will happen in the last 3 episodes, so we're just going to have to keep waiting to get through.
Yeah.
Like, we'll get a little bit more of this 70s feel vibes, but with everyone feeling like something's wrong, etc., and then Wanda will keep trying to backtrack until she can't.
Yeah.
Maybe her kids get involved.
Maybe Agatha does something
terrible.
Maybe Sword finally breaks through or something.
Yeah, again.
No, like finally breaks the barrier, or they break the.
Maybe that'll be the end of the next 3 episodes.
Maybe like at the end of episode 6 or something.
Yeah.
6
to
maybe.
break into.
And then 7, 8, 9. Hopefully they come back into the real world.
Yeah. I just want to be back, but we're not.
Yeah. I hope those little snippets at the end get longer and longer every single time.
Yeah. I feel like it'll get to that point where the last episode might be fully out in the real world.
I hope so. I hope so
Either
bad.
that or we'll just keep increasing in decades until we get to super modern times.
Like
Kind of
future or like now, whatever, 2020 that they're set in?
Yeah, wherever, or like 2010, 2010 or the 2020s era, so that things will be kind of super modern, but like not in Marvel universe. So like, you know, they won't mention stuff like Ultron or Iron Man or you know, superheroes in New York or anything, but it'll be like a current time TV show rather than something still set in the 70s or something. Who knows?
Yeah. Because I've seen a few trailer spots where Wanda is like dressed in like modern clothing. She's got like a hoodie on or something, and she's sitting on the couch and she's just like fixing the room around her because it broke or something.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe that's like 2010, maybe 2020s,
Yeah.
maybe even 2000s. I don't know when hoodie came fashionable.
Yeah.
Depending what era that we're in right now, we might get there pretty soon because we have 6 episodes, so I don't know when that'll be, but it'll be soon.
I hope so. Yeah.
Do we think Dr. Nielsen was important?
The Doctor. I don't think so. Most characters have been just random civilians
Yeah.
in the area that maybe appear once or twice.
I
But
don't know if we'll see Herb again.
Herb.
Yeah.
I hope so.
What do we think Herb was doing at the thing when he was cracking into the wall?
The hedge.
I feel like that
Being
was
weird because that's what it is. It's just people being weird, fake, not breaking, glitching into the world.
I thought perhaps it was Sword breaking through. It was like trying to crack into Wanda's world. So perhaps either they're like, you know, chainsawing through some like walls or barrier or something, or they're like actually like, you know, the mental barrier, not like a physical barrier. And that's just how it manifests itself into this thing.
It's like Mr. Hart choking.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just one of those moments where it's something's happening and it feels slightly weird, but they can write it off as happening within the world.
Yeah.
I hope we see Herb again. He's kind of cool. I don't know. I just like to see more people of color.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so hoping we see Geraldine / Monica again.
Yes.
I know we'll see Jimmy Woo.
I was very excited for him
Yes.
and what's going to happen with him because, like,
Magic!
he's just like, he sees Wanda and he's like, "You're so cool. I'm gonna get you out of here. You can teach me some magic because card tricks. Yay!" This Ant-Man guy did not teach me anything. I don't know because. So that means Jimmy Woo works with Sword.
Yeah.
I always thought he was S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, if
Yeah.
any. But, like, that's because I feel like S.H.I.E.L.D. was the only other, I guess, superhero governmental body that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
And now they're introducing us to Sword. So if we get Jimmy Woo...
Because I think he was CIA before, or FBI. Like, I don't think he was tied to S.H.I.E.L.D. when he was going after Scott.
Yeah.
For this one, he probably, like, you know, got used to, not used to, but, like, because he was in contact with a few superheroes, he probably just got, you know, put on a list of some kind to be kind of like an in-between for civilians and heroes.
Yeah.
Or something. And now, maybe Sword came down because we don't know what the time is between Endgame and this right now.
Yeah.
So it's just, maybe Sword came down and they needed people to work for them, but they didn't want a new S.H.I.E.L.D., but maybe they're like working with S.H.I.E.L.D., but also having their own people.
Yeah.
So everything's just a whole thing.
Wait, what if that's where Nick is right now? You know
In
how,
Sword?
Yeah, what if he's in Sword? Because he was in some sort of weird, like, thing, like, in I think it was...
Captain Marvel?
Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah. Because they're like scrolls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if he's in Sword right now?
Yeah. Maybe there's no S.H.I.E.L.D., but there's Sword.
Maybe.
Because he's up there.
Wow.
Because, oh, yeah. There was AIM. Like, the beekeeper outfit was an
Yes.
AIM thing.
Yeah.
But what does that mean for
Sword?
AIM in the MCU, considering our jumping point in with AIM was they're very bad people.
Yeah.
And now they're working with SWORD. Does that mean that they've reformed under a new leader? I don't, because he died. Like, he just straight up died.
Yeah. Pepper, like, whooped his ass.
Yeah, in fire and shit.
Yeah.
So
Maybe it was just him who was bad, but the rest of AIM is kind of, I guess, more morally...
good.
Isn't the whole point of AIM supposed to be evil anyways?
Yeah,
like they're
ever
always
since
the
comic.
villains.
Yeah, ever since the comics.
So-
So I wonder what the beekeeper outfit is for, or like the beekeeper man. Why are they here? Why are they working with SWORD? Like, are they playing like a really long game, and we're gonna get another evil people were infiltrating this good government agency this whole time? It's like, wow, we didn't see that coming. Or have they really changed, and they're changing up things from the comics? Because that's kind of what they've done with the Krees and the Skrulls, is that the Skrulls used to always be the bad people.
Yeah.
But now they're the good people, and they're just misunderstood, seen in a different light.
Yeah. I don't know, it's very interesting because I think the first time we saw the beekeeper man, he had like actual real bees around him. And I'm
What are
just
those
like,
bees?
why did they do that?
Yeah.
Maybe it was just Wanda's like reality kind of seeing that outfit and not really making sense of what it was, so her mind interpreted it to be beekeeper outfit.
With actual bees.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
she was just trying to keep things as real to her reality as possible.
Yeah.
So she just filled in the gaps. She was just like, oh, this weird yellow thing with like a helmet that covers the whole head that looks like a beekeeper outfit, so let's just give him bees. So, and then now he looks like that.
Because he was from the outside, and he came into this fake Westview world.
Yeah.
What do you think happened to him when he got rewound? Did he actually, like, did he remember going in and then getting rewound, and then he was outside again, and he's like, well, I tried, but she magicked me out? Or did he just never do it? And it's just like, why don't we go in? I don't know. Why don't we? And then it's just like they don't know that they tried it.
Maybe,
because like, I'm very interested to see how her magic, especially the stuff that she's been doing with the time, has affected the outside world.
I don't think it's affected it much. I feel like Beekeeper Man got pushed out the same way Monica got pushed out. So like maybe they put because Monica didn't appear until episode 2. So I think the first method of trying to break into it was probably the hearts, and they put them in, and then it didn't work. So then in number... Wait, Beekeeper Man was at the end of number 2, yeah?
Yeah, because she was just pregnant after that.
Yeah. Yeah, so then they put Geraldine in, and then they tried talking to Wanda through the radio and stuff like that, and that wasn't really working either. So then after, trying to do all that stuff, they were like, oh, well, we can't break through this barrier, because we did see kind of like a physical barrier almost.
Yeah, it's like this energy field thing.
Yeah. So then they were like, well, since we can't do that, we'll just try to dig in under and go up through. But then I guess she just pushed him back out.
Yeah.
I don't know if... I feel like her rewinding time in her little bubble doesn't affect the outside world. Because I feel like the outside world is still, where we left off at the end of Endgame or whatever. So like 2028 or something?
4 or 5, something like that.
Something, yeah. So I feel like on the outside world, it's still that time, but then on the inside, it's,
Yeah, whatever's been happening.
whatever era they're in.
Yeah. Like, what if they're not living like that, but they're just everyone's in a coma, and they're just seeing it inside their heads or something? Like, do you think the reality looks like what it looks like, what we're seeing?
I don't think so, because when you saw it, when we were watching this episode, and Herb and Agnes were talking to each other, it was really fake, the background that they were on.
Yeah.
The backdrop. So I feel like, yeah, maybe it's not an actual real live place that Wanda created. I feel like maybe it's just mind-induced things.
Yeah, so if they were to go in there and not get put into the same illusion, they would just see people standing there.
Maybe standing, maybe sitting down, maybe lying down.
Just entranced.
Yeah, probably. Maybe it's a dead zone. People accidentally come in, and then they just they come in, they accidentally get into Wanda's alternate reality, and then they just zone out, and then they're now part of her reality, and then people go missing, and so many people went missing that it started alerting authorities, and then so then Sword was just like, something's up, and it's like people are going missing in the same area that we're getting this weird magic frequency thing.
Darcy, do you think when do we see her?
Maybe next episode, because you know, all the helicopter lights were coming in, and I just remember the thing in the trailer with, you know, Darcy, and she was looking up into the lights, and I feel like it was that. So I thought we'd see her at the end of this, but I guess not. We might see her at the end of the next one.
Yeah, because I do remember a shot of Jimmy Woo running to the camera, and then they're like agents running with him, so they were going somewhere, and I don't know if they're like, was it daytime or nighttime? It looked kind of evening-ish, so it was still sort of dark. Maybe it's immediately after this, where they'll run to meet with her, and they're like, what happened, are you okay, blah blah blah, and all that stuff.
Do you think she'll remember anything?
That's very interesting, whether or not she'll remember. Like, maybe she might, and then tell them what's happening. But it's possible that she won't. She just will be like, I was in there and then I wasn't. And then that's all, and then that's it.
Yeah, maybe like, maybe what you said with the beekeeper man, where it's like she remembers going in, but she doesn't remember what she did inside. So she doesn't remember that Wanda was pregnant. She doesn't remember that all this happened. So then she's just like, I mean, I probably did go in because time has passed, but...
Yeah. It's very
and I'm
interesting.
wearing these weird funky clothes.
Yeah.
Also, why would she wear that necklace?
I think she forgot.
Monica. Why?
So does that mean she wore those clothes outside and then came in?
I think so.
With them?
Yeah.
How? How did they know that this Westview world was in the 70s?
Because remember at the end of the first episode where there was a TV screen?
Oh, where'd they get that from? Like, what is that showing? Like, actual brain? Is that like a science? It's probably an alien science tech thing that they've got now because of Sword.
Like, hooked up to Wanda, and then
they can see everything that she sees in like 4K detail. Jeez, that's so. I need one of that.
What of that is, I need one of that.
But yeah, a lot of tech can probably be explained by Sword aliens now.
Yeah,
because they're so. I mean, compared to humans and S.H.I.E.L.D., they're so high-tech now.
Yeah.
So, because they're spacey. We're going to get a lot of them.
But then when would S.H.I.E.L.D. have come to be? Do you think the S.H.I.E.L.D. came to be during the 5 years?
S.H.I.E.L.D. or Sword? Sword. I think Sword was a space thing.
From the start?
Yeah.
Because I know Sword and S.H.I.E.L.D. are supposed to be working together.
Yeah.
And just, I guess... investigating a lot of I don't know, because I think in Avengers, Nick Fury was all like, after Thor, he said that they weren't prepared for the biggest threats.
Yeah.
So that means he wasn't aware of space and stuff, which means he wasn't aware of Sword. So when did Sword come to be? Or were they always there and they just so happened to have the same or similar names?
Maybe after Avengers, they were just... Maybe I don't know how they're going to write it off, because a lot of things have changed since then.
Yeah.
Like showing that Nick Fury is actually a Skrull in Sword, and his body, like him being in Sword this whole time, is kind of like, you know, begs the question of, when did that happen? Has that happened ever since?
I feel like when he died.
Yeah.
I am interested to see whether the hexagonal framings is actually anything to do with the beekeepers, or whether they just decided to go with the hexagon theme throughout this thing. Because I'm pretty sure the end screens for episode 1 and 2, they had the thing as a square, and then they zoomed into a shape.
Oh, and it was a hexagon?
Yeah, it was a hexagon for both of them.
Maybe it's just the 6 points for the 6 Infinity Stones.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's got nothing to do with beekeepers and bees.
I mean, because bees, their thing, like the honeycomb shit, the shape.
Yeah.
It's a hexagon.
Yeah, I don't know how many of these side characters we're going to see again because we didn't see the Hearts again. But then again,
we saw Mrs. Hart in episode 2.
Yeah, but not him.
Yeah.
So maybe they got rid of him because he choked, or maybe he actually died or something.
Yeah. And Wanda just saved him in the fake world, but in the real world he was dead.
Yeah. Or maybe they were like, oh, he's going to aggravate her, so let's just get rid of him.
Yeah. Or maybe he's just in hospital.
Recovering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I wonder how many of those people are agents, like, or how many of them are just civilians? Like, how many people in the thing?
Maybe. I feel like all of them are civilians, except for
Geraldine,
yes, and Agnes. But then we had the Hearts. I don't think Norm is anything. I don't think Dottie is anything. I don't think Herb is anything either. The commercial.
Yeah, that was just Hydra soap.
Hydra soap, yeah. I thought it was, Where did we meet them? In Ultron? It wasn't Sokovia? It wasn't Sokovia, was it?
Who? Meet the twins?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Sokovia.
Yeah, and then they floated the island.
Oh, yeah.
Or the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't that what they were talking about? They were talking about that.
What? What happened in the thing? It was just a break, right?
Yeah, the commercial break.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you need a break. And then they were also like, just float away? Like the city? No?
Oh, perhaps. I thought it was just a little reference to the fact that everything that Wanda is doing is fake. You know, if you need an escape, but you don't want to go anywhere. I thought that was what is happening now.
Oh.
Is that this is her little paradise and she needed a break?
I don't know, because
she's not going anywhere.
All the commercials so far have been about real life events in her.
Yeah. And then Hydra. Like, Hydra was also Strucker.
Yeah. So they talk about Stark Industries and the nuke or whatever that killed her parents and left her and Pietro an orphan. And then they talked about the Strucker, which turned her and Pietro into the powered beings. And then now I thought this commercial was talking about the fight at Sokovia against Ultron. And then they were like, oh, go somewhere without going anywhere. So it's just like you pick up the city and you lift it up so you go somewhere without going anywhere.
It's possible.
I thought that's what they were referencing, but maybe not. Like, I was trying to piece out the things that happened to see if it was anything that happened in the movie. So, like, you had the chicken burning, you had the dog peeing, which I don't think was important.
The smoothie not closing.
Yeah.
When she turned it on.
Yeah, and I'm just like, do those correlate to the events in Age of Ultron? Except for the dog pee. Like, yeah, maybe they did. Maybe the smoothie thing was like the cradle and the cradle and vision and overflowing it with power. I mean, it's possible, but it's also possible you're just looking into it too much.
We'll see. I mean, I think the main thing was that there was Hydra mentioned, and that was a big thing. Is that Hydra?
Yeah. I mean, they're just going to keep referencing Hydra, I feel.
Yeah. Until we start referencing Quicksilver. Maybe there'd be like a brand of running shoes. Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Glasses. Vision. Yeah, and then Infinity War. Thanos. Endgame. The dusting. Half. Something about half off. A big sale.
50% off. Yeah. Any predictions? Nothing? I feel like it's just hopes that we'll get back into the real world.
Yeah, I think we probably won't be able to get back into the real world until 6, 7-ish. But for now, we'll just get little sprinklings about them moving the mission forwards until we get to the point where the mission can come into Westview.
Yeah.
And then we'll see everything breaking. But until then, won't be soon, I don't think. It won't happen next episode or the episode after that. We'll just see them building it up until they can come in.
Yeah. What a shame. Those little snippets really, really excite me. They get me so hyped for it. And I feel like they're doing that on purpose. And I'm just like, just just give me the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just give me like the next 6 episodes just full of that. It would be so good.
Yeah, I think it would have been cool. I would have liked this better if I had watched it all at once.
Yeah.
Maybe I feel like whenever the last episode comes out, if they had just released everything in one go, like Netflix does with their shows,
Yeah.
I would have maybe enjoyed everything better if we just watched it all, binged it all in one go from start, like episode 1 till episode 9, and then that was it.
Yeah.
And then we could be like, we got it whenever time episode 9 is supposed to come out, rather than whenever it was
In episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel I think what I said before about the pacing feels like it's made for a movie.
Yeah, we should have just sat down and watched this as a 6-hour movie or something.
Yeah. It would have been good.
Yeah. But I think that's about it for today. That's our take on WandaVision episode 3. Not much has happened, but we will see you again next week for episode 4. Bye.
Bye.